the high-profile crimes on New York City subways, right? You deployed hundreds of state police and National Guard troops into the subway system. But since the pandemic, you have done a wonderful job. Overall crime is down in the city.
Yes, it is.
So my question to you is, why now? Why deploy to the subway? And how do you respond to some of your fellow Democrats calling the move theatrics that play into Republican narratives that blue cities are poorly run war zones?
I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. My job is to keep people safe. I have to, any way I can, I'm going to keep New Yorkers safe. And I'll tell you who does show appreciation for the people out there on the streets. I've been walking the streets. I walk into business. People are just saying, thank you for taking such strong action. Now, you are correct that working with Mayor Adams, since I've been governor, we have driven down crimes. You know, homicides are down about 30%, shootings down about 38%. The subways have been safer, but we had a spike recently,
Yes.
a 45% increase in subway crimes. Now, these are high-profile crimes because what happened is I needed to do something dramatic and quickly to send a message that you will not get away with committing crimes in our subways. You cannot slash the throat of a conductor. You cannot push someone out of the train because people will not take the subway if they don't feel safe. That's job number one. So they are not there to harass anybody. I said, I don't like those long guns. They're kind of threatening to stand there. I said, smile at everybody, welcome them to the subway. These are moms and dads. The National Guards are just our citizens who've stepped up. So I will do that any day of the week. I take criticism the second I wake up in the morning until I go to bed at night, and I don't care. My job is to protect New Yorkers, and that's one way to do it.
Okay, so what about this?
Yeah.
If crime is down, why do you need the National Guard in the subway? Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, your NRA certification, multifaceted gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel like content and what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything is appreciated. And for my Connecticut residents, if you plan on getting your Connecticut pistol permit, please get the training done before July 2024. After that, it gets longer, harder, more expensive. If you have your permit, watch the expiration date. There's a link to the online renewal portal for the state of Connecticut for pistol permits in the description box. Don't let that expire. Let's talk about this. Now, we know what's going on in New York. Now, this isn't so much about Kathy Hochul putting the National Guard in the subway system. It's the fact that, in a nutshell, she has put the National Guard down there, then disarmed them. That's the way I see it. Now, when she says that crime has gone down, she's full of crap. The people who live in New York are seeing crime escalate. She is gaslighting you because, if you don't prosecute the people, then you don't, the crime just basically doesn't go on the books. So she's full of crap. We just saw the police officers getting beaten up by migrants who then got released with no bail, who then try to flee the country. So don't believe that crap. But what I am going to talk about is the fact that she is putting the National Guard in the subway system to bolster security and then tells them that they can't be soldiers. Now, I want to come into here, and this here, okay, is New York Post, and Hochul bans long guns for National Guard troops deployed in New York City subway bag checkpoints. She's trying to sort of have a cake and eat it too. I want the security of the National Guard, but they can't have those scary long guns. It's ridiculous. But New York Governor Kathy Hochul banned the use of long guns by National Guardsmen she sent to check bags at Big Apple subway stations as she continued to defend the controversial deployment. The whole point of them being down there is to deter crime. That's what they're there for. Guess what? A show of force deters crime. Now you've got them, they're basically nothing more than glorified police officers with handguns. The long guns are a deterrent. That's the whole point. But, she's trying to have it both ways. She wants the security, but she still wants to appease the far left fringes who just don't like the sight of those guns anywhere in society. But Hochul issued the ban on military-grade rifles immediately after 750 troops were deployed to the subway system, a spokesperson told the Post Sunday. After the deployment began last week, strap hangers entering the subway were greeted by camouflage and gun-toting soldiers at bag search checkpoints in a slight reminiscent of the city after 9/11 terrorist attacks. The move led to complaints that state leaders were militarizing the subway system. An NYPD chief of patrol, John Schell, accused Hochul of treating the subways like a war zone. Well, you know what? You talk to the people who ride the subways, they'll tell you it's a war zone. You do what you gotta do. You don't play by ASPCA rules. You take the leash off your bigger, meaner dog. You cut it loose. You let it do what it has to do to win. Then you can apologize for what it did. Stop the Theater, wrote former police commissioner Bernie Kerrick in a post on X, adding that the NYPD knows their job and should be left to do it. Well, obviously, it's not working as crime continues to escalate down there. Under Hochul's new directive, some guardsmen will still be armed with assault weapons at certain postings throughout the subway, but will not carry them at the actual bag checkpoint. Commuters, New Yorkers, the people who ride the subways, the people who are directly affected by the crime, voiced support Sunday afternoon for the National Guard presence, but said they also agree with Hochul's decision to leave the assault rifles behind. And you know, even with the National Guard down there, crime still is happening. We just had a man who was a convicted felon who pushed his girlfriend in front of a train. She lost both her, basically from the knees down. And then there was another incident. So, you know, these people, they literally shoot themselves in the foot. They just don't get it. Quote, overall, I do approve of the National Guard on the subway. We all know there is violent crime on the subway and needs to be stopped, Peter Luciano, 37, told the Post. But the guns are unnecessary. To me, it's just a display. They have no intention of using them. It's for fear. It's excessive and unnecessary. Yes, it is fear for those who commit crime, because they're going to see them and say, oh, maybe I shouldn't act a fool right now. Yes, it's excessive because that's how you win. Excessive force. It is not unnecessary. This is these people, you know, they scream for help and then balk at the help that they get. It's just mind-blowing. Brooklyn teacher, here we go, Jasmine Diggs, 26, also said the move by Hochul made her feel safer, but didn't think the firearms were needed. And what if somebody grabs it from them and starts shooting, Diggs said. That's why there are more than one in any given situation. You know, they protect each other. Oh, yeah, these people, I tell you. Let's try one more idiot. Daniela Pavon, 28, added, I don't think that kind of weapon should be used in such a crowded space. I do like having them National Guard here. I feel more protected if anything happens. Good Lord. All right, and this is an opinion piece to basically counter the stupidity of the people that trying to protect. It's just mind-blowing, but this is an opinion piece, once again, New York Post. Governor Hochul should have stuck with her long guns on subway safety. Just days after sending 750 National Guard members into the subway system, Governor Hochul banged the subjects with carrying rifles, while overseeing bag checks. She should have stuck with her long guns rather than side with those eroding her authority by moaning about them. Again, said the governor comes off looking lame again. Consistently. This one, she's already given up on fighting the progressive Democrats who really are driving up crime, whether it's Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg or the state legislatures who refuse to fix their botched criminal justice reforms. No, muscling the legislature isn't easy. After all, her much feared, oh so macho predecessor, then Governor Andrew Cuomo, signed those reforms into law. I'm talking about the bail reform laws that basically allowed those migrants to get free, which basically allowed this convicted felon who almost killed his girlfriend to get free, you know. But I'm going to go ahead and come out of this. So there it is. Now, my position is clear. If you're going to use a big stick, use the damn big stick. Don't pull your bat out, then cut it in half. Okay? Use the National Guard as a military force. Got to catch myself there, but screw the NYPD commissioner. It's about the safety of the people down there. And these fools who basically sit around saying, yeah, I like the National Guard being here, but I don't like the firearms. Well, what do you want? Do you want safety on the subway, or you just don't want to see the firearms? You're going to have to pick one, because you can't get it halfway. You're not going to have that happy middle ground with this situation. Those long guns are the deterrent. When criminals see these guys standing there armed with actual assault weapons, they're going to think twice about doing what they're going to do. It's just common freaking sense. It's unbelievable. But crime technically has not gone down, but they're really not helping themselves in this situation. Like I said, when you're dealing with a junkyard dog, take the leash off your bigger, meaner dog and cut it loose and let it do what it has to do to win. Once it's won, you can apologize for what it did. Okay? But let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I will see you on the next one. Peace.